Hello, my beautiful friends. How everyone is going? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, where you're tuning in from. So, guys, as promised, going live, and this is live mini training number 3 about understanding your shadow and breaking from your old self. So, today we are talking all about being and breaking from the autopilot, because I was thinking if I should do this topic at all, and so many of you guys have shared that you catch yourself falling onto autopilot. So I'm gonna just straight jump into this. So it's gonna be very powerful, and what I'm gonna share with you, I wish somebody would share this with me 4 years ago, when I was just starting with my spiritual awakening and doing the shadow work, because it will save me so much time and so much energy. I'll show you at the end why exactly, but we're gonna be talking about what does it mean to be on autopilot, how to identify if you are working from autopilot, and what will be happening in your life when you are breaking out of your autopilot behavior. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you, Ashley? Good to see you. So guys, and at the end I will also share some more information about the shadow work course, because as I said already, it's going to be launching next week. There's going to be also an early bird for the beta testers, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so what does it mean to be on autopilot? And I would love to hear from you in a comment, because if you are on this live, most probably you are thinking that is my behavior on autopilot. Hey Jenny, how are you? So what does it mean to be on autopilot? It is when we are behaving from unconscious pattern, unconscious programs. So for example, and we see this in the world. Most of our world is on the autopilot until 2020, right? Most of the people were just going to the job, then going to the work, making families, making babies, going to the college, and then that's it. Their life was dying. Oopsie. Right? Can you guys relate to this? This is an old and very massive paradigm of autopilot that we're finally going out of it, right? But on an individual level, are you going on autopilot because maybe you're not part of that mainstream system where you depend on a job, or you're on an entrepreneur, and so on and so forth? Can you still be behaving from your autopilot? 100% yes. So for example, for me, for so long, I was chasing something. I was running away from my lack, because I'm coming, those of you who know me, I'm coming from a tiny country in Europe, so I always felt insignificant. I always felt that I have to work double as hard in compare with my American friends, Australian friends, because I felt that I don't have access to the resources that everyone else has. Hey Cynthia, how are you? So I was constantly chasing something, and I'll show you at the end how I break through it. And guys, let me know what you think. In which areas of life are you on autopilot? Okay. Hey Oscar, how are you? Because our world was doing autopilot till 2020, and I'm gonna tell you what happened in 2020, why we are stopping to be on that autopilot. But here are 3 questions to ask yourself to understand if you're really on autopilot or not. So the question number 1 is, why do I do what I do? Okay? Because most probably there's an area in your life where you have goals, where you're doing and repeating it day out and day in and out, right? Ask yourself, why? It's a very powerful question. Why do I do what I do? Next, question number 2 is, what do I want? What do you truly, truly want in that area of life? You. Not what you think you should do, but what do you truly want from your authentic self? The question number 3. What am I chasing or avoiding by doing that action, by chasing that goal? And I'll give you my example, not my example, but for example, what do I want? You know, very common one is, I want more money, I want freedom. But what do you really want? What is the reason behind it? For example, for me, it was, I just want to have access to everything that everyone else has. For other people, you know, I want money, but really I want to have freedom. Or I just want to be able to lay down on my couch and do nothing, you know? What is that you really want? And the question number 3, what am I chasing or what am I avoiding? Is because for 10 years, I was in a constant subconscious stress myself, because when I was 16 years old, I decided that I'm not gonna live the life that my parents are living. I'm not gonna live the life that my culture is living. Mostly, you know, it is going to job and that's it. I decided that I will do whatever it takes to travel the world, to be independent and to be strong independent woman, you know what I mean? But I set this goal, and of course I got everything that I wanted. But because this was my program and my goal for so long, when I achieved everything that I wanted, I continue to behave on autopilot. I continue feeling that I'm not enough, that I need to create more that I still don't have, because it was my program from my childhood. Okay? So guys, literally write these questions down. Why do I do what I do? What do I really want? Start bringing awareness to it. And what is that I'm chasing by doing it? Or what is that I'm avoiding? Because I was chasing significance. I was chasing resources because I was avoiding and running away from my childhood, right? Now, same thing is happening on on collective level at the moment. Let me check my notes. I don't want to miss anything. Because so many people are chasing, oh, I need that job, or I need to be an entrepreneur, I need that income, I need XYZ clients. But when we have it, we completely forget to acknowledge it, and we just continue to work on this autopilot. We are not in the present moment. So the same thing on the collective level. 2020. Until 2020, we were on such an autopilot, and it was not serving us. You know, how many people were hating their jobs? How many people were searching and asking a way to cope out, right? Better to be rich and healthy than poor and sick. Exactly. Like, there are different motivations and reasons why we do. You know, and we all want to be rich, we all want to be healthy, but it always comes down that we just want to be provided. We want to have, you know, our basic needs taken care of, so that then we can flourish and, you know, bring our gifts forward. But if we are not, you know, if we are poor and sick and suffering, we cannot do that. So it usually, yeah, Oscar, exactly right. It usually comes down to those goals. But guys, when you start to bring awareness, okay, I'm working from autopilot. How do I change this? We have to understand that before we step into new, hey Kristina, how are you? Before we step into new paradigm, new version of ourselves, we have to experience the breakdown, right? So you can shift from autopilot in two ways. One, conscious decision, like, hey, okay, you know, how I did it, for example, I became aware that I was running from autopilot for 10 years, and now, as a 26-year-old, when I realized that, I realized, oh my God, like, I have everything that I wanted as a 16-year-old girl. Why continue to suffer and put pressure on myself? So I decided to shift my mindset and to end those programs, okay? But most people, will not understand this and just let it go, because at the 26-year-old, they already had that awareness to be able to shift and just make a decision. What will happen for most of the people, and what is happening, started to happen in 2020. Most of us will go and be taken out from autopilot by very significant event in our life. And for most people, it is the thing that happened, the pandemic, because it had to take us out of our autopilot. If this situation will not happen, this year will be exactly as 2019, 2018, 2017. And thank you for all the likes, guys. Please like this video, share this video if you resonate. And because this is happening for many people on an individual level, we see it on the collective level. It is big shadow that is being brought up to the light. Okay, so realize it is not only you, it is the collective. The earth is now going through the phase of breakdown before the breakthrough. And when you have awareness about this, let me check. When you have the awareness that there's always the breakdown before the breakthrough, and this is very important piece. If somebody will tell me, when I was going through my identity loss, when I was going through my ego death, and I was thinking that I'm freaking nuts, I'm, not crying every day and not understanding what is happening with my life and what am I doing with my life. If somebody would tell me that this is happening because I am on the verge of the breakthrough, that there will be many new exciting things coming my way in few months, years, if I will just embrace that moment of the breakdown and just understand that all systems need to collapse and crumble apart, I will not spend so much time on judging, criticizing myself, and just on top of already the breakdown, pressuring myself and trying to change it and stop it. I will just allow it to be. I will just embrace it. Okay? So guys, let me know if you can relate to, your life is forcing you to change and you're just confused. What the fuck, right? And you're trying to, hold on that old identity. Let me know if you can relate to this, because, I did not have anyone to tell me that it's okay. I was just all by myself thinking that I'm a freaking weirdo and that's it, and there was so much judgment. So, guys, I'm just wrapping up things here. This is what shadow work is. It is working with your shadow, with your unconscious, with your old programs, with all your behaviors on not just mindset level, but mental, emotional, physical, spiritual levels. Because we all have this, I'm glad to see that you guys can relate. We all have this subconscious belief that something has to be a certain way. And we all have this unconscious part of us that is hidden, where like a bag, old bag, and this something does not relate with me, I'm gonna hide it in a bag, hide it in a bag, hide it in a bag. But when the collapse happened, all the bag is opened up and you are like, shit, I have to deal with what I have hidden for my whole life in a very short period of time. So it is going to be heavy. It's going to be challenging. So just embrace it. And, as I said, this is happening now, not only individually, it is happening on the collective level. Our unawareness, how we were putting ourselves into the things, into situations, events, jobs that we actually do not want, that do not serve us, and now it's being taken away. So, to stay in the present, we have to embrace the breakdown and start looking up what are the opportunities that I can create? Okay, the job is taken away. Okay, that person is not in my life anymore. Okay, I'm locked down in my house. How can I take this moment? How this is giving me opportunity? Oh, maybe I can start business. Oh, maybe I can learn something. Oh, maybe I can go and hit the pillow because I'm frustrated. Because I have time, right? So guys, listening skill also helps a lot. Yes, exactly, 100%. And you know, you're all listening here, me at the moment, but also listening to yourself is huge. Because when you learn how to listen to yourself, you have your emotional guidance system, and it always gives you feedback. If you feel good, it means you are aligned with your goal. If you don't feel good, it just means that what you're currently experiencing as a being is not aligned with your highest vibration. But it's okay, because if you are doing your shadow work, we have to go through breakdown for the breakthrough. So there will be, guys, a painful moments, but it just means that the emotion is going out of you. So instead of suppressing it and holding and allowing it to stay there, just allow it to leave. And I invite you, and this will be my final words, I invite you to celebrate your breakdown. Not like, oh my God, such a downer, I'm breaking down, my life is a mess, I'm having anxiety. No. Oh my God, I feel like I have no clue what's happening in my life. This is so exciting. It means that I don't have systems anymore. It means that everything is falling apart, and I will be able to rebuild my life from scratch now, exactly as I want. You know, bring the celebration there. You don't have to be a downer. You don't have to suffer even when you are going through the breakdown. It's all your perspective. So guys, I hope this helped you with, you know, bringing some new awareness, new perspectives. And again, you know, this is like a tiny bit of what I will be talking about in the shadow work course. So if you'd like to join, I welcome you. Yeah, you're very welcome, Oscar. I welcome you in the course. The course will be launching next week. And as I said, you already know, guys, that I will be doing the beta program. It's going to be only once, because I want to, you know, have real people to go through it, to test, to give me feedback so I can improve and adjust it. So we're going to be doing it together 4 weeks, and I will be giving all the information next week. And I also decided finally on the name. The name of the course is going to be Free Your Shadow. Because again, we are suppressing, we're hiding our shadow, but it's only when we allow our shadow to come through and free our shadow is when we get our freedom back. Freedom, mental, emotional, and physical. Not being tied back to your old programs. Alright guys, let me know who is excited for the course, because I'm excited. If you'd like to, you know, stay up to date what is happening, definitely sign up to the waitlist in my bio. I'm gonna leave it in the description down below if you're watching this on YouTube as well. And other than that, have a beautiful rest of your Friday or Saturday. And I'll talk with you next week on Instagram and YouTube. Alright guys, bye for now.